starting off with last night, Monday Night Raw, concluded with Austin Theory attempting to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase after Bobby Lashley beat down Seth Rollins. It is the first time in WWE history that the Money in the Bank briefcase has been used to cash in on a non-major WWE title. Theory's cash-in failed, and it left fans confused on what it means for the superstar going forward. So a question for everybody listening right now is, was this the worst Money in the Bank cash-in of all time? And let me tell you why I don't think it wasn't. Why this matters. I think there's a couple levels that we have to unpack when we're talking about what's happening here on Monday Night Raw with Theory, with Rollins, with the United States title. And it is confusing. And I don't think that the messaging was clear on what Triple H was trying to accomplish with what he did last night. But I will tell you that I think at the end of the day, I think it's clever. First off, I think that what's happening is, I think the United States title, guys, I think that is officially our Monday Night Raw major title. I think Seth tried to portray that in his promo, and he tried to make it clear to everybody that this is the title to go for. That we're not worried about what Roman's doing on the other show. This is the big dog title on Monday Night Raw. Now, whether it remains to be seen, are we going to add another mid-card title to Monday Night Raw? But I do believe that that's what was happening there. And this cash-in attempt by Theory solidifies that idea. It solidifies the idea that Theory saw this belt as a big enough deal that he would go after it with his Money in the Bank briefcase, even if it means fellas, he took his shot and all of that. This is Triple H kind of cleaning up the remnants of the end of like the Vince McMahon era is what's happening, right? He's elevating the U.S. title. He's getting the Money in the Bank briefcase off of Theory because I don't think he had any intention of Theory ever cashing that in and winning a title. And so this is Triple H just kind of taking the last of the Vince McMahon stuff and going, all right, let's figure out how to get some of these things out from under us so that they're not looming as we get around to WrestleMania season, right? If Theory's just going to hold this briefcase, we can't tease it every week if we know that's not where his character is going. Now, what does that mean for guys like Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley? What it looks like to me is Bobby Lashley is going to be built into one of those characters that walks the line of babyface and heel, and that they are going to try to build Bobby Lashley into this behemoth of a monster, so that when he does get the rubber match with Brock Lesnar, that match is going to be huge. So I think for the next foreseeable future, Bobby Lashley's just going to run through people. It's not going to make a lot of sense, but he's just going to probably beat the best of the best. He's going to walk that line between being babyface, because the crowd still cheers Bobby, but I think that the post-match attacks and things like that will continue. One thing that came out of this, man, Mustafa Ali gets shit on again. Like, once again, it always feels like Mustafa's right there. Like, he's going to get an opportunity, and then he just gets tossed over those boxes in the back and slams in. Like, Bobby tossed him like he was a child. And I still don't understand why Mustafa Ali gets so close, and then it's like they just, all right, not this time, right? I think, obviously, going forward from here on out, I think in WWE's book, Seth Rollins is the top guy on Monday Night Raw. And like I said, the United States title is the top title on Monday Night Raw. I think that this is what this episode of Monday Night Raw was made to do. It was designed to prove that, number one, Rollins is the guy, and number two, that Money in the Bank and the Vince McMahon era is kind of over. And the United States title is the big deal on Monday Night Raw. Now, the question I have here is, if Triple H is kind of getting rid of all these Vince McMahon things, was Nikki Cross throwing away the 24/7 title? We're all in agreement, right, that was the retirement of that belt. Because that's what it felt like to me. Now, I know she missed the trash can, but I'm going to let that go. But like, it felt like that was meant. So that's kind of the end of the little goofy 24/7 thing that was going on. And so I really do believe last night's Monday Night Raw, coming out of Crown Jewel, was Triple H's way to go, let's clean all the last Vince McMahon stuff up, and let's just move forward, and let's go on into full blown Triple H era.